How to read body language. Body language tips to improve communication skills. Noticing the signals that people send out with their body language could be a very useful social skill. Some of us can read it naturally, and some of us are naturally obvious. Fortunately, with a little extra help, attentiveness, you can learn to read body language, and with enough practice, it will become second nature. Here are faces expressing their feelings, or how to react to a question or to someone. For example, if you are close to someone, they are happy or they are not. They are showing they like this, they're not like this. If they are confused, they are not, they are happy or something like this. The eyes. How to read our human eyes. Here, for example, there are some men. Even if we think that we only can look at eyes and look how someone feels, that's not true. When we look to someone's eyes, we can know if they are lying or if they are not. We know this for a study that shows how eyes work and how it expresses if we are creating someone or if we remember something. It can be in words, sounds, images, or in feelings. For example, if we look up, means that we are smelling or remember a smell, and if we look down, we remember a taste. When you look lower right, means that you are in emotional memory and body sensation recall. That means that you are feeling something. For example, I ask you, you like this man? And if you look like, you feel something for that person. Even if it's an ugly feeling or it's a good feeling, you're feeling something for that person. If you look to lateral right, means the construction of sound and word. It's when you are creating sound and word. That means that you are creating someone that is not true. That you're using your imaginations to solve something. It's not that I remember. When you look upper right, means the construction of visual images and symbols. That means that you are inventing an image or a symbol. Maybe if you want to draw something, or if you're answering, like creating someone, like has blue eyes or black hair, I don't know. In change, if you look at the upper left, means the external internal memory. Means that you are remembering something that you want to. For example, an image of a rainbow, or remember someone, how it looked like. Or for example, Hitler symbol. When you look to the lateral left, means the auditory memory. That means that you remember a sound or some words that someone says. For example, what the teacher says, or if I ask you, what's your favorite song? If you are looking to the lateral left, means that you are telling me what is your really favorite song. But if you look to the lateral right, means that you are lying to me, that that's not the song that you like. And at last is the lower left, the emotional memory and feelings. It's out self-observation. For example, I ask you something and you are like asking yourself if something is right, no, you're like fighting with yourself. And that's how eyes work. Now how face work. Face can show us how our human react to an stimulation. For example, if I get some close to somebody, this person will fear, and I will know that that person don't like me, or maybe look angry to me. I will know. But if that person reacts with happiness, I will know that I not a threat to him or her. For example, in this image, it's some ways that we react even if we don't want to show that. For example, the fear, the contempt, the disgust, the anger, the sadness, the happiness, and the surprise. Here is an image of anger showing exactly how it looks like. and how even if we don't want to show it, we will. At first is the eyebrows down and together. Then the eyes glare, and at last narrowing of the lips, or here a fear image that show the eyebrow raised and pulled together, the raised upper eyelids, the tense lower eyelids, the lips slightly stretched horizontally back to ears. The body position. Knowing the body position, you can control someone, you can teach someone, and even if that person don't want to hear you, it will. You have to know that if someone don't pay attention to you, it's not their fault, it's your fault, because you are not having influence, you are not being a good communicator, you are not using body language. That is very important to communicate something to someone. For example, in this image shows if someone is lying, is closer to someone, is close to a team or a subject, if someone is in defensive, if someone is insecure, if someone is impatient, if someone is not aggressive or aggressive, and even if someone likes you or not, or thinks you are right or if you are not right. With every movement we make, we are showing something to someone. We are answering all the questions they have. So if you know body language, it could be like read someone's mind. And these movements that we have are involuntary. That means that we don't know that we are showing this, that we are asking or answering questions. Like this image says, it's what you don't say that counts. So this is very, very important to our lives. And if we know, it's like to have some power with people. And we can learn how to control our way to communicate with our body, so people will hear us more. And this is a useful as talk to someone, and we use it in every single conversation to someone daily. And that is how our body language works. Some steps. These steps are to learn about body language. At first is pay attention to how physically close someone is to you. The closer they are, the warmer they are thinking of you. If you move slightly closer to them, even closer to you, they probably really like you or are very comfortable around by you. But this could also mean that they have a special comfort with you, a strong fiancé, or they consider you are a member of their family. Watch their head position. Overly tilted heads are either a potential sign of sympathy, or if a person smiles while tilting their head, they are being peaceful and maybe even flirting. Lower heads indicate a reason to hide something. Take note if someone lowers their head. If it is when he is complimented, he may be shy, ashamed, timid, keeping distance from the other person, in disbelief, or thinking to himself or herself. If it is after an explanation, then he may be unsure if what he said was correct, or could be reflecting. It should be noted that some cultures see this as a sign of respect. Cocked heads means that they are confused or challenging you, depending on their eye. Eyebrow and mouth gestures. Think of how a dog slightly cocks its head when you make a funny noise. Look into their eyes. People who look to their sides a lot are nervous, lying, or distracted. However, if a person looks away from the speaker, It very well could be a comfort display or indicate submissiveness. Looking askance generally means the person is distrustful or unconvinced. If someone looks down at the floor a lot, they are probably shy or timid. People also tend to look down when they are upset or trying to hide something emotional. People are often thinking and feeling unpleasant emotions when they are in the process of staring at the ground. Some cultures believe that looking at someone in the eyes is a sign of disrespect, or is only done with intimidate friends or family. So this could explain why someone is avoiding eye contact with you. Dilated pupils mean that that person is interested. Keep in mind, however, that may substance cause pupils to dilate, including alcohol, cocaine, amphetamines, MDMA, LSD, and others. Don't mistake having a few drinks for attraction. If the eyes are seen focused far away, that usually indicates that a person is indeed true or not listening. See if they are mirroring you. If someone mimics your body language, this is a very genuine sign that they are trying to establish rapport with you. Try changing your body positions here and there. If you find that they are change their similarity, they are mirroring. Have you someday know someone and feel like, why haven't met you before? You're like so in a good mood with that person and you have many similarities. You can make people believe that of you when you are mirroring. Just repeating action that someone does. For example, if I take a soda, you should take a soda. Or if I am in a position, you should be in the same position. But making that people don't realize that person. If they are rubbing their hands together or somehow touching their own body, they might be comforting themselves, which means they are enjoying the current situation. People with crossed arms are closing themselves to social influence. True, some people just cross their arms as a habit. It may indicate that the person is slightly reserved and comfortable with their appearance, self-conscious and trying to cover it, or just trying to hide something on their shirt. If their arms are crossed while their feet are shoulder width or wider apart, this is a position of tautness or authority. Is the arm that you are checking. There are many more secrets of how our body works and how we this way can communicate and express what we want to say in a way people will hear even if we don't realize, and to notice how someone is feeling and if they are hearing or not, and if they are lying or not. This helps to all of these problems. If you are a leader, this will be very useful because it's a